Okay, as I kind of mentioned before, the lean business model, the large sheet of papers that you guys have, that's a place to kind of sketch down your ideas, erase things if you need to, and really kind of just brainstorm on paper. Eventually, what you're going to do is you're going to transfer over to the business plan template that I'm going to give you. So you don't have to start one totally from scratch. I have one posted on Edmodo, in which you could just go to File, make a copy, and then you have your own copy of it. So if you're working with another person, obviously share it with them. But this is kind of the way it looks. Everything that's in here, you're basically going to substitute your information for. So as far as this goes, whatever your business plan's name is going to go in there. Your name, the business name, and then the date. So first page, really easy. Now, this is actually one of the more difficult parts that people have, and that is going to be the executive summary. Does anybody know what an executive summary is? No. It's okay to use the word in the definition of this one. Mr. Steiger, what do you think an executive summary does? Summary, executive summary. What does the summary do? Yes, that is exactly it. It summarizes the rest of your paper. So the executive summary is for people that want to look at your paper but don't want to read the whole thing. Usually they're between 1 to 3 pages in length, and it's a summary of all of this stuff. So let's say your business plan is 30 pages and you give it to somebody and they don't want to read it. They want the brief snapshot. That's the executive summary is. It is listed first, so it's easier for people to be able to find it, read it, see what they need to do. Now, for the purposes of you writing your paper, why does that make it difficult? Oh, it's ugly sound. Well, you can't really summarize the whole thing if you haven't written it yet. So how do you summarize all of this when this hasn't been created yet? So your executive summary, you actually skip over. It's the first thing in your paper, but it's the last thing that you write. So what you actually do is move on to section 2, the problem. Scroll down here. I've actually got stuff for you guys to erase, put your own typings in there. So the first part that you're going to start with is your problem, like you've done on the left side of your lean business model. Your opening paragraph is a short description of the business and introduces what problems it will address. The proposed business that I'm working on is a cupcake shop in West Salem. The problems that this business addresses are 1, 2, 3, or if you have more, add them in there. So problem number 1, whatever it is, then discuss about why that problem is, why it's a problem, why it's important to address, and specifically how your idea addresses that problem. So the fishing boat again, we'll stick with that. It solves the problem of entertainment. Why is entertainment important? Well, people work hard and they need to do things in their downtime, things that they might enjoy like fishing, but also being together with family or friends. And we provide them that opportunity to have an experience which allows them to be with people and enjoy their family and friends and all that good stuff. So that's really what you're doing at this point, is listing those problems, and then how exactly is your service solving them? So that's section 2. Section 3 is going to be customer segments. This one is going to get much more difficult. So this is probably one of the more difficult parts of the paper that people really have a problem wrapping their head around. Outline the target customer for your business using the headings below to organize your thoughts about who this target customer is, what they do, where they live, and etc. So this could be your primary or secondary customer segments. This website is going to be your savior on this one. This is critically important. So please don't ask me where you can go to find demographic information, because this website is pretty much just the best. So when we open this up, it talks about the need for market segmentation, but then it goes right down to exactly what you guys need. So geographic segmentation. Region by continent, country, state, even neighborhood, size of the metropolitan area, population density, climate. Those are all things that have to do with where somebody lives geographically. For the most part, a lot of your business is going to come from people around here, but you can break it down into, are they from Alaska? Are they from Pullman? Are they from Shelby? Where are they from? So you can also go over a little bit of our metropolitan area and talk about the population densities. Where are you searching for certain people? And where do you want them to come from? But then the demographics, this is the stuff that you can break down the people that you're looking for. So, were you doing a restaurant? Yes. That was Colin. You're doing a restaurant, right? Okay. What are the age of the people you're looking for? Okay. Remember, we're segmenting now. That whole market is who are people that could have the ability to buy, but who's most likely to buy? Sure. So, not old people, not young people, but something kind of in the middle, maybe middle-aged people that have kids. So, yeah, you might be looking between 25 to 50. So, gender, family size, family life cycle, what their generation is, what does their income look like? The income of somebody that goes to Cheesecake Factory looks a lot different than somebody that goes to Perkins. The age group of somebody that goes to Perkins looks a lot different than somebody that goes to Cheesecake Factory. Same thing, occupation, education, ethnicity, nationality, religion, social class. These are all different ways that you could take that pool of people that are likely to buy and start to segment and figure out who exactly are the people that are most likely to come into our store. Now, psychographic refers to these bullet points. What do they like to do? What are they interested in? What are their opinions, their attitudes, their values? What do they hold dear to them? What do they think? Who are those people? So for somebody like a fishing boat, or if you were doing a fishing charter, what do those people like to do? Probably fish, hunt, be outdoors. These are not video game players. So their interests might be, again, being outdoors, being social, because that is part of that fishing experience for your business. And so the opinions and attitudes and values might be people that are consistent with that. So the last part then is just the behavioral side of things. This is the benefits that they seek for this. Are they brand loyal? Are they the same type of people that go to the same place every week, or do they try different things? How ready are they to buy? What's their user status? How many people are you going to come in to your fishing place? I know you're not doing that, but it's an easy example. How regular are they going to be? Are you going to have people coming in weekly to do fishing?
I don't know. That'd be just like a one and done kind of thing.
Or at least once a year kind of thing.
Yeah, I could see it being like an annual tradition, but like not like the restaurant that you go to every week.
Absolutely. So something like Piggy's. How many of you guys have been to Piggy's? How often do you go there? Yep. And so Piggy's doesn't look at customers coming in regularly every week. It doesn't really work like that. Now, Starbucks, on the other hand, you might get somebody who shows up at 6:15 in the morning to get their coffee every single morning. So different businesses have different kind of stages of brand loyalty and just the way that people use it. Your business might be one where people come in more frequently or maybe not. So it really kind of depends on who those people are. Okay, so those are the first 2 pages of the business plan. And again, for this one, you can really take a look at those bullet points under each one of those off that website and just fill in that information. So today, what I'd like you guys to do is just to open up this document, make a copy of it, and start working on section 2 and section 3. As far as what this means for the grade book, we're going to start putting in checkpoints of, I want to check and see that you are at a certain place. I don't just want to give you guys free reign to kind of work. So I'm hoping by Friday that you guys can have these 2 sections completed. That might be stretching it. It might be on Monday because I just remembered Walt's coming tomorrow. So tomorrow you're not going to have time to work on this.
Me and Hannah are a little behind.
That's fine.